5 things I wish I knew before starting a YouTube channel. So let's not waste any time and get to it. So the first thing is YouTube in general, unless you have a production crew, somebody that does your editing, somebody that does your filming or helps you film, somebody that does research for you, unless you have a video production crew, it just takes a ton of time. For me, I have a full-time job. On some of my videos, you see I'm building classic cars, and that's my full-time job. I try to incorporate that in my YouTube videos, but I'm not always successful at filming because sometimes I just want to go and not have to like set up a camera and film every step of every process and everything that I do at work. So I've been lately bad about filming content at work. And also, if you have responsibilities, I'm not young anymore. I have a family that I have to take care of, provide for, do things for. Like lately, I've been rebuilding my work car or putting a new transmission in my work car and suspension work on, as well as maintaining my girl's car, because I was using it for a while I was working on my car. And of course, doing things around the house, spending time with the family. And unless you're young and you have a bunch of time on your hands that you can just dive fully into YouTube, and you don't have a full-time job, maybe you have a part-time job, or maybe you live at home with your parents still. But me, myself, and if you're older and you have a family, you have responsibilities. So you're not going to be able to put as much time into YouTube as somebody that is young, lives with their parents or something. Usually my normal wake up time is 4:30 a.m. and I get up lately because I haven't been wanting to do YouTube. And that's just one of the things, a little side note. Sometimes you just don't want to do it. Sometimes you're just like, this is a lot of work and I just don't want to do it. So lately I've been getting up at 4:30 and I've been working on music because it's like my safe space. It's like my comfortable space that I just go in, create music or work on little projects on music. Or lately I've been learning how to play keyboard, and it's like my safe space, and I just go in my studio and I just do that instead of like what I should be doing, and that's filming and editing videos like I'm doing right now. So that's the first thing. Unless you have a ton of time, YouTube takes a lot of time, and it's going to take you time to get videos out, but you have to stay consistent. As far as social life goes, honestly, I don't have a huge social life anymore like I used to when I was a resident DJ at a local lounge where I live. I do stuff with the family once in a while, but I don't have a huge social life. But it will cut into your social life if you are consistent, or unless you're just going out in the public and filming stuff in public. It'll be part of your social life, or it could be part of your social life. Which leads me to the second thing, and that is the time versus money. Time is going to be way up here and money is going to be way down here in the beginning, but you have to stay consistent. And in order for YouTube to change your life, for you to see significant growth on YouTube, you just have to stay consistent. I was able to monetize this channel in 6 months, and I'm fully monetized now, but I haven't dropped a video in the last month and a week because my last video just bombed, and I was like disgusted, and I was like, man, I'm putting all this work and all this research into YouTube or into these videos, and I'm not seeing huge results. Which for me, I've always been that type of person to be like, I have to see it to believe it. So that's one thing, you have to have belief that it's going to work for you. That leads me to my third thing. And my third thing for me was imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is not having, I guess you could say, belief that you can do it, or that voice that tells you can't do it, or that you're not worth it, or you're not good enough. But I haven't had this level of imposter syndrome since I dove into like music production. That was like 8-9 years ago when I started DJing. I had a huge amount of imposter syndrome when I would go out on my sets. And not only that, when I was learning how to DJ and when I was getting into music production, I had huge amounts of imposter syndrome. Like, can I do this? Am I good enough to do this? But I conquered that fear, and I was a resident DJ for a little over 2 years at a local, like I said, nightclub, and actually a couple different ones. And I used to go out and do sets here and there and do private parties as well. I learned how to do that, and I did it well. So anything can be learned, but in the beginning for me, especially now, because some of these videos are bombing, or my last video bombed, you're going to have some imposter syndrome. You're going to have that little devil on your shoulder that just tells you you're not good enough and you can't do it. But you have to believe that you can do it, and you have to stay consistent in order to make things happen on YouTube. You're going to have that little devil on your shoulder telling you you're not good enough, especially if you put yourself out there. And when you do a face forward YouTube channel like I'm doing, where I'm talking, like I'm doing a talking head video now, and I record myself doing work and other stuff like that, or you record events in your life, you're going to put yourself out there, and you're going to have that little voice that tells you you're not good enough. The fourth thing is, because I didn't want this to be all negative, is no matter what, if you're putting valuable content out there and you're doing research and you're being forward and being honest and you're being transparent, you're going to help people. And that's the thing that is keeping me kind of going. And it's cool to like get comments of people saying thank you or asking for advice. There was one comment in particular that I remember on my how much does it cost to build a lowrider, and one guy was like, I've always been locked up or in and out of the pen. I've been in gangs or into drugs my whole life, and I'm looking for a lowrider, or what do you suggest? And I just thought that was cool. He put a cool comment in the comments on that video, and other people also ask for advice on wheels or other stuff like that. And that's a cool thing. And I think that's one of the things that will help you, if you're putting out valuable content, you're not just doing like videos that are just like sensationalized videos, or these videos that are just like for entertainment. So if you're putting out valuable content, you're going to be helping people. And that's one of the positive things about doing YouTube videos. And the fifth and final thing, and I shouldn't say I haven't experienced this yet, because I'm experiencing it right now, and that is that YouTube could potentially change your life if you're consistent. Right now, like I said, the money versus time is just not there. Like I'm not making a bunch of money. I haven't even hit the threshold yet. The threshold is basically you have to make $100 on ad watch time revenue before YouTube will send you a check. And I haven't even hit that yet. I think I'm at like 70 something dollars, and it's like been a month and a half since I uploaded my last video. My last video bombed, so it kind of threw me for a loop. But if you stay consistent on YouTube and upload videos at least once a week, like I was doing, I started doing 2 videos a week, and they were like not very good videos, but I started throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what would stick. And if you at least do 1 video a week, and I think that's possible even if you have a full-time job and responsibilities at home, and you learn how to video edit and you get better at it and you just learn how to make better content, YouTube will change your life. You hear of these creators making 10, 20,000, even millions of dollars a month, and it's possible if you get a huge following, but it's going to take time, and it's going to take consistency, and it's going to take leveling up on every video, or trying to level up at least on every video. And I wouldn't suggest going full out, putting all your time into YouTube. You'll burn out eventually. If you watch other creators, they burn out. People burn out because it's like having another full-time job, or a part-time job. So don't go crazy and think you're gonna like change your life in 6 months. Some people, if there's obviously outliers and anomalies to every subject, or there's outliers and anomalies to everything. So yeah, there's people that get on YouTube, and I wouldn't say get lucky, but they know what to do from the beginning, and they're outliers. They just make a ton of money on YouTube from the beginning, but that's not me. And that's not a majority of the people on YouTube that are making money consistently from YouTube. So it's going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take trying to get better all the time. You're not going to make a ton of money in the beginning. It's going to be a ton of work. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video, but hopefully you got some value from this. In the beginning, you're not going to make a ton of money, but YouTube could potentially change your life. And I'm looking for YouTube to change my life, and that's where I'm going with this channel. And I'll be posting more videos, trying to get back to 1 video a week. So look out for those videos. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. I'm out. Peace.